I know I have been gone for so long. It's probably been 2 months. But I'm sorry. We will get back at it again with more videos. But today we're going to be doing the story time on how I broke my ankle. So it all started off as I had been on punishment because I did something bad. I don't really remember what it was, but I did something bad. So I was on punishment, and I had been on punishment for a while. So my mom was like, okay, we gonna let you go outside, get some fresh air or something. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Can I go see my cousins? So she was like, yeah. So I went to my cousin's house, and I picked them up, and then we walked to our grandma's house. And so we were at our grandma's house, and you know how grandmas be giving them wet kisses. Ugh. So we got our kisses and everything, and she asked us if we were hungry. We said no, obviously. And so we went in the house. We were watching SpongeBob, you know, our cartoons or whatever. And we was getting bored, but we weren't as bored. So our grandma came in. She was like, go outside and go play or do something. We don't want you sitting in the house. So we went outside, and we went and played and everything. And sorry for the pause. And we were having fun and everything, and it started getting dark. So I wasn't really thinking about it too much because I was 11 then. I wasn't really thinking about it. I'm like, it's whatever. I mean, it's nothing. It's summer. I mean, I can stay out here until it get dark. So it was getting dark, and so we went to my grandma's house, and my grandma was drinking, and I asked her, I was like, can you take me home? She was like, yeah, just a little bit. So like a few minutes rolled by, and she was like, come on now, I'm gonna take you home. And so me and my cousin got in the car. She couldn't find her keys. She took like 5 minutes to find her keys. And I was getting agitated because like it was getting real dark, and then that's when I started to get worried because I knew better. So she dropped my cousins off, and I looked at the clock on her car, and it was like 9:50 something. I was like, please, grandma, tell me that time is wrong. And so she looked at her phone, and it was like 9:40 something. And so I got home, and my mom was standing at the door. She had a belt, and I already knew I was going to get it. So I tried to run in the house and run up the stairs, and she was whooping me up the stairs and everything. It hurted so bad because my mom, she's heavy-handed like me, and it hurted. And so I came in my room. I sat on this side of my bed, and she came up here and yelled at me and stuff, and etc. And the next day after that, I was on punishment, but it was worse. And what happened? No. So, oof, Jesus, sorry. No, go back to the night I was sitting on the side of the bed. Okay, so she was yelling at me and everything or whatever, and she left, and she slammed my door shut, obviously, and she went back downstairs with my stepdad. So I guess it was getting real late then, and they had went upstairs and went to bed. So I'm in my room packing 6 pairs of clothes, Scooby-Doo fruit snacks, shoes, blankets, pillows. I was packing all that because I was going to sleep in the woods. And they would sleep. And so I decided to take the window because my mom, she's a light sleeper. And so I decided to take the window. I opened the window all the way up, and I threw my bags out at first. I slid down the roof, and I jumped off. that was not a good decision. I jumped off. I thought I was going to land. I was going to be like, boom, and just be gone. No, I landed, and I heard something snap, but, like, I thought it was probably a stick or something. I heard something snap, but, like, I didn't know it was my ankle. And I sat up, and I put my feet on the ground just like this, and it was looking weird, and I was like, oh, I broke my ankle. So I laid back in the grass, and I was crawling over to my neighbors, and I was like, help. And she was like, you want me to go get your mom? I was like, no, like, don't get my mom. And because I didn't want her to know I ran away. I was trying to run away. And, she walked over there anyway, and she got my mom, and my mom was like, oh, Lord. So she came outside, and I guess she was yelling at me or whatever. I don't really remember what happened that night because I was, like, kind of in and out. And the ambulance had came, and they was like, are you hurting anywhere else? I was like, no. And, like, after a while, my ankle... Sorry it cut you off, guys. But like I said, after a while, my ankle started hurting. And, I guess they put me in the ambulance, and they put something in my arm. I don't look at it because if I look at it, I will feel it. And, like, it will hurt. But, I guess I was sleeping there. I mean, I got to the hospital. I remember sitting in this big blue room. They had, like, a big light over me. And it was like, we're going to put this mask over you, and you're going to go to sleep. And so, I guess they had tried to line it up, but it wasn't lining up. And, like, I just didn't break it. I popped it out of place and broke it. So they had to do surgery in my ankle and stuff like that. And I woke up, they popped it back in place, but it wasn't, like, fixed. Like, it wasn't, like, fixed or anything to where I could move it around. So, they took me to the emergency. They took me to the room, and I got my surgery done. Before I had got that done, they asked me what type of cast I want. I was like, I just take pink or something. And so I woke up with a pink cast on. I was in my room by then. It was nighttime by then, and plus it was raining. So if I would have ran away, I would have been in the rain, in the woods, and the mosquitoes would have been tearing me up, you know. So my mom and stepdad were over there on the couch, and my grandma kept messing with me, and she was like, Zaria, you want some chicken? I'm like, yeah. So she was like, open your mouth. And I remember being like, this, like, I was trying to eat it, but I wasn't really getting anything. So I was basically asleep all that night. I was probably the best sleep of my life. And the next day, my mom was at work, and plus my mom had got a new job, and she was scared she was going to lose her job. But the next day, my mom was at work, and her boss needed to prove that I broke my ankle. And that kind of made me upset because, like, I know my mom just started a new job and all, but that doesn't mean that you have to know the truth. I mean, if she told you that I broke my ankle, then it's the truth. But, you know, some bosses don't believe. Anyway, my grandma came and got me, and I had some clothes and stuff. And it was kind of hard for me to put some shorts on. It was really hard because, like, I was trying to lift up my leg, and, like, my leg was not cooperating. And they had me in a wheelchair because they wanted me to be able to get up, and I didn't want to get up. They wanted me to get up and so I can get my energy back and stuff, and I didn't want to. But I was in a wheelchair. I was rolling around up in the hospital and everything, and I came back to my room, got in the bed, and I got in the bed, and I was looking through the menu because I was hungry, and they had movies too. So I had got me a pizza, and the nurse, she was like, the pizza's about this big. I'm like, okay, just give me 2. And she brought it to me, and it was some big pieces of pizza. I mean, I left the food there, but it was some big pieces of pizza and it was good. And I had watched a movie and I had it at home.